Peace and blessings. This is ESAIA Mystic coming to you with another message to help you free your heart and soul. Right now I'm talking about Lilith. This is her real story, okay? Let me set the record straight right quick. Oops. Let me roll up these windows so the birds don't interrupt me. Let me set the record straight right quick on the energy of Lilith. Okay, keep in mind this is esoterics now. We're speaking esoterically. We're speaking mythically. And what people fail to do when it comes to mysticism is actually give it validation in the real world. And that's okay. You know, we're living in a realm where history and mysticism are two different things. Just like spirituality and the physical world are two different things. I made a video on that. Make sure you go check it out. But let's start to really see that spiritual physical world, not different. Mysticism and history, not different. For everything in history, there is a mythical representation, a spiritual representation of what actually happened. For everything in mysticism and myth, legends, stories like that, there is a historical background to it. So what I'm about to break down to you all right now when it comes to the story of Lilith is the historical and the mythical balance in her being, Lilith. There's a lot of stories that's just based on the mysticism of it all. And then there's some stories that are based in the history of it, and this is who Lilith is, okay? About to tell you. Lilith is the daughter of the serpent, is the daughter of the sentinel spirit. Who is the sentinel spirit? Who is the serpent? Well, in the Bible, the serpent is the devil. But in real life, the serpent is your kundalini. The serpent is represented in the spine of your body, in the nervous system, in the literal mechanics of how you even move and think and exist. The serpent is the snake that moves close to the earth, knowing all of the secrets that it has. Okay? The serpent is the spirit of the divine feminine energy. Period. The serpent is represented in medical history, in medicine. They still use the symbol of the serpents intertwining together, because that is your medicine. The serpent is the truth. And the serpent has been depicted in the Bible and whatever other religion as a demon, a devil, evil. Because the serpent is here to wake you up. The serpent is here to get you to rise. To get you to see beyond what you've been told. Because when it comes to Adam and Eve, right? Because Lilith was one of Adam's wives, correct? But Eve was one of Adam's wives as well. So what I want you guys to understand in the myth of it is that Adam and Eve was a product of God. But Lilith, she was already here. She was already here. She was already a part of the earth. She was already a daughter of the serpent, of the sentinel. the truth and the medicine that comes from the earth. That's who Lilith was. And so when God created Adam and Eve was husband and wife. Lilith became the third wife. Not the third wife, the second wife. Lilith became number 3 to the equation. And they were all together. This was kind of like the basis of the idea that a man should have more than one wife. But it didn't begin that way. That wasn't the intention. See, what happened was, this is what really happened. Eve got pregnant. Eve bore a child. And Lilith came into the picture to aid in the delivery of this child, to aid in the safety and well-being of the child. Once the child was born, Lilith encouraged Eve to eat of the forbidden fruit so that she may gain the wisdom and the knowledge of the earth, so that she may gain the wisdom and the knowledge of the eternal spirit that lies and dwells within and without all of existence. She told her, she encouraged Eve to eat of the forbidden fruit. What was the forbidden fruit? It was her placenta. The forbidden fruit is not an apple. It's not a pie. It's not a cranberry cake. It's not a purple drink. It's not none of these things. The forbidden fruit, as depicted in the Bible, is every single woman's placenta, especially women who are of primordial lineage. What is primordial lineage? It depends, because anybody can be of primordial lineage based on their soul signature. But if you came here with a soul that knows that it's primordial, that knows that there is more to this earth, that there is more to life, that it is more, that knows and sees that there is some lies going on, that you have to see deeper into life in order to live, in order to have life, in order for you not to be a slave, in order for you to not be bogged down by the messages and the things that these gods and these entities put upon us, so that we can give our energy unto them. If you can see that, then you are of primordial lineage. And so this was the forbidden fruit that Lilith, the spirit within her, because she's from the earth, she didn't come from God, gave unto Eve. And she told Eve, you must eat this forbidden fruit. And because Eve was of the XX chromosome, she represented life. Okay? That's why they say that women are the way we are, because we represent life. There's only one energy when it comes to us. Man is divided between two energies, X and Y. And that is the divine feminine and the divine masculine energy. That is the energy of being and the energy of doing, the energy of life and the energy of structure. It is through the divine masculine that we reach and we know God and we meet God. And we meet, when you call it, the all, that power energy. But the divine feminine, she is life, period. She is life, period. And so Lilith encouraged Eve to eat of the forbidden fruit. And what happened when Eve ate of the forbidden fruit? Because she did. She gained the knowledge. And she said, Adam, you've got to eat. You've got to try this. You've got to try of this forbidden fruit. You've got to. And he did, as the story goes. And then what happened? And then what happened? Because they were ruled by God, and they were not ruled by the earth, and they did not have the spirit of the sentinel guiding them, within them, God came down and he punished them. God came down and scolded them, reprimanded them. You cannot know the secrets of this earth. You cannot. You can't. Because I created you. And so this isn't to pull any strings or hurt anybody's feelings, but at the same time, it is. Because if that's what it has to take for people to really understand and see what it is that's really going on, the truth, esoterically, mythically, soulfully, God came down and he reprimanded them and he punished them. And so what Adam did from that point on, and God gave him the authority to do it. What Adam did was he punished Eve after Eve got punished, because she got punished too. But Adam punished Eve, and then he set out to kill Lilith. He set out to murder Lilith. Because Lilith was an enemy of God. Lilith was an enemy of God. Because she was ruled, her father, her spirit, was ruled by the earth, was ruled by the spirit of the earth, was ruled by the spirit of all things, of all life, of all truth. So Adam wanted to kill her. And that is when Lilith realized she could not be in the midst of Eve and Adam. She could not be a wife to Adam, because Adam would rather be a slave than to rise and understand the secrets and the all-being knowledge of the earth and the universe. So Lilith left. So I really don't know where y'all getting the story from, where Lilith was a bad wife and she was mean and angry and bitter and crazy, and she just wanted to be resentful because she's a bitter bitch and she doesn't know unconditional love. She doesn't know what it means to be docile and obedient to her husband. All Lilith wanted to do was show you the truth. All Lilith wanted was for you to heal and know your power and know the power, the highest power. But you would rather be a slave. So this is the entire embodiment of divine femininity in its essence. This is what Lilith represents. This is who Lilith is. The energy of Lilith is the energy of the serpent. This is your power center. This is where you ignite your power within you. This is who Lilith is. So she wasn't a bitter, angry baby mama or whatever that is getting placed on so many women today. She's not a bitter and angry, crazy. No. And if you are a woman and you've ever experienced this, which I'm sure maybe at some point you have, maybe you haven't, you know, depending on your karma, whatever. But if you have, it is because it's time for you to understand who you are and what you bring to what you really bring to the table. We want to talk about who brings what to the table. What you really bring to the table when it comes to existing. We want to talk about getting free and being free of this system that we are up under, of whatever you want to call it, patriarchy, whatever you want to call it, racism, whatever you want to call it, white supremacy. The real supremacy is your dumb ass, your ignorance, your resistance to healing, your resistance to your own power, your eagerness to be led by somebody who doesn't give two shits about you, that wants your energy, that feeds off of your energy, that wants you to do for them because they created you, right? They created you. There are many gods. I just want y'all to know that. There are many gods, but there's only one spirit. There's only one divine spirit that lives in all things of this earth. And if you're not scared, if you're not too scared, if you're not too scared of your own power, you might just get to meet it one day. You might just get to have a talk, a little conversation. What's going on? It's good to finally meet you. But if you are resistant to the healing that your own spirit brings you, whether you are a woman, whether you are a man, if you are resistant to the own power that is within you, the spirit of truth, the spirit of enlightenment, I'm going to just let you know it's not going to be or feel good, because when coming to the truth, that means you have to let go of lies. That means that you have to face that maybe this is not true. The way I might have wanted it to be, the way I might have thought it was. That means that you have to admit those things to yourself. You have to actually embrace that. If you get the chance to finally get a taste of the truth and you get scared and you go running to massa, or you want to demonize whoever brought the truth to you, you want to go set yourself out to get rid of the instigator, when the instigator only came to show you who you was, to give you your power back, then that's where the resistance to understanding who Lilith really is comes about. And right now, the divine feminine, the serpent energy, the kundalini energy, the sentinel, as I like to call it, the guardian of your precious life, is not the fact that you're breathing, but the fact and your ability to live. Because if you ain't living while you here and you in a body, then what are you really doing? Who are you really living for? If I'm here in this world, living, breathing, and I can't even depend on, I have a whole family. People have whole families. People have people in their lives. Yet they feel the need that to depend on a structure, on a hierarchy, to provide for them, to watch their children, to keep their life afloat. And my question to you is, why would you have to do all of that? Why do you have to go outside of your own network of people for support and for power? Because they don't have any. You will realize that the people closest to you, you thought that they had some type of power, but they giving their own power away just to give you a little sprinkle of power. Just to give you a little taste of what it means to be powerful. So, Lilith is not that woman that your ignorance has brought you to think that she is. Lilith is not that energy that your ignorance has brought you to think that she is. And neither are the women who are embodying her energy. They have something to show you. They have a message. They have a power to tap into. And it's nobody's responsibility but our own, men and women alike, to understand and overstand that. Stop rejecting and being resistant to your power and the power that lies in naturally, and that is within being naturally, divinely feminine. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Let me know what you think about Lilith. What questions do you have? I want to know. What do you have to say? I want to know. Like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you can get a notification every time I come out with another video, such as this one. And I will see you all in the next video.